Every culture has a dragon myth. The Eskimos, the Aztecs, the Chinese.
Yet these were countries that never connected, that never talked to each other. It simply is too hard to believe that they were all coincidentally making it up.
Dragons are a universal cultural phenomenon.
How did that come about? Where did that come from?
How do all these cultures arrive at the same idea of the same basic animal?
How come dragons are so much on everybody's mind around the world?
A beast you thought could never have existed actually existed.
Making a fantasy real behind the scenes of Animal Planet's Dragons. 3 years in the making, Dragons is the newest special from Animal Planet. Animal Planet worked with production crews from around the world and collaborated with top scientists, artists, and animators to create this genre-busting special. Thanks to their groundbreaking work, you will believe the dragons were real and might still be. Explore the history of the dragon, delve into the real science of the sinister serpent, and go behind the scenes to see how the biggest special in Animal Planet history was created. Discover how a fantasy was made real. Discover Animal Planet's Dragons.
Charlie Foley had the idea that dragons actually existed. I thought one day it'd be great if I could work on a documentary about dragons. Well, Charlie's idea, imagining that dragons are real animals, it was much bigger than I'd ever imagined. And then he pulled me into the project here, and it's something I've been wanting to work on for years.
Dragons are always a part of a story. They're never the story themselves, and that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to make the dragons the centerpiece. This is their story. This isn't a story in which they figure. This is all about dragons.
Together, in my office, we kind of came up with a story. Charlie said, what if we found a dragon body? I said, yeah, what if it was in a cave up in the ice, just like it just revealed? And what if there were bodies in there, and part of the story is trying to figure out what happened in that cave? So Charlie and I just kind of built on each other's ideas, and it was really exciting.
We didn't want to just make this sort of a reconstruction of existing myths. We wanted to make our own stories, and really we had to, because if we're going to treat dragons like real animals, that hasn't been done before, and that's what the exciting challenge was that was in front of us.